Campbell wins!
It's a rubber match Sunday in Buies Creek, and the Elon Phoenix look to rebound after a devastating loss to Campbell yesterday. Campbell trying to keep the fire going offensively as the Bojangles count down the first pitch. Bojangles, it's boat time. Welcome inside Amanda Little John Stadium with Kyle Smith. I'm Lendl Suggs. Thanks to the sugar coating was a dominant 18-1, a rebound game after they lost the first game of this series. Every starter for the Fighting Camels got a hit in yesterday's contest.
Incredible, and to go with that too, 5 players had 2 or more hits, and 2 players ended up with 3 hits. Performance for her, and it showed throughout the season too.
Campbell and Elon, someone has to win.
Campbell University is beyond education. It's a transformational journey. This isn't just college. It's where purpose finds you. Where your calling isn't a question, it's a launch pad. Because at Campbell, we don't just learn. We lead, we serve, we show up. Campbell University, make it matter.
Be a part of the vibrant culture of Elon University, where personal connections propel your journey. At Elon, potential is mentored into purpose, engagement, and influential leadership. Education transcends the classroom, driven by immersive experiences and hands-on opportunities. Dive in from day one to explore your passions and graduate as a leader ready to make a difference. Are you ready to begin your journey? Discover the possibilities at elon.edu.
Caitlin Hubley steps in the circle, net ERA 2.42. You want to talk about sensational the freshman has been doing. Yesterday's game, we've mentioned it before in the open. But Campbell, full throttle all the way through the entire game. It started off even 1 apiece where Elon got on the board in the top of the first. And then Campbell responded, and then after that, it was all Campbell. Elon aided in that. Campbell 17-2. Wyrick came in and wasn't able to get anything done offensively. Hubley the 0-1 count here. Back to the screen it goes. 14-3 record, which is very impressive for a freshman. She's seen a lot of time in the circle in her collegiate career to start it. That one drifts outside. Count 2-0. The conditions for this Sunday game, much different than the conditions in yesterday's game.
Yeah, yesterday was absolutely beautiful. I think it was around the 90s, but nice 47 humidity. Today it's windy and cloudy.
Wind blowing towards the plate. Ford behind the plate trying to frame. And Klein is up in the count 3-0. That's ball number 4. And a do. We'll step in the circle, a conference ERA of 2.21. 6-5 record during conference play, holding opponents to 195 during the conference season. Do third in complete games in the CAA, just behind number 1, Kalen Hubley. Do the 6th best overall ERA in the conference. That 289 you saw earlier. 1-0 to her. She has the task of keeping down Slutza, Decina, Sweeney, Montgomery, Specht, Ford, Cornetto, Davis, Krebs. That's the 9 for Campbell. Slutza averages .407 and 81 at-bats this season. Puts it up the middle, scooped up Wyrick, and she'll make the play over at first.
Now batting, number 11, Aaliyah. Now batting, number 11, Aaliyah Sweeney.
Sweeney now. The senior, 338. An on-base percentage of .468. 7 home runs this year. $11 doubles and a triple. One for 3 yesterday, an RBI, a walk, and a run. Has a team on base percentage of .431, getting on by any means necessary.
Yeah, be selective hitting, and that's shown yesterday with their 18 runs, being able to know when to swing the bat, when to take the pitch.
Charlie Montgomery steps up. Montgomery, the phenom this season. You want to talk about a way to go out as a senior. 428. One hop in play. She's got the speed, but it's not enough there. Right to the third baseman. We go to the second. No runs on the board.
Campbell University is beyond education. It's a transformational journey. This isn't just college. It's where purpose finds you. Where your calling isn't a question, it's a launch pad. Because at Campbell, we don't just learn. We lead, we serve, we show up. Campbell University, make it matter.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by First Citizens Bank. First Citizens Bank for...
Is a main thing, and that goes for a lot of stuff, but in a situation like this, pop-ups is a main thing, and that goes for a lot of stuff, but in a situation like this, pop-ups, you know, if there's no wind, it's an easy pop-up, and this, an easy, you know, if there's no wind, it's an easy pop-up, and this, an easy pop-up any other day is going to be much more difficult, and you got to be able to communicate with the infielders and outfielders, and then batting, just put the ball in the air on the ground. I say in the air you have a more of an opportunity but getting a hit, but also, you know, putting it on the ground will be able to make the defense make a mistake possibly.
Does the ball come at you faster?
Depends. If it's coming in, not really. It slows it down a little bit, so that means you're going to have to rush more towards it. If it's blown out, then yeah.
Oh, swiper, no swiping. That's out number 1.
Now batting, number 10.
One. you mentioned the wind and how it might affect the defense. The wind gusting even harder than it was before. When it comes to fielding percentage-wise, Campbell's the third best team in the CAA. UNCW #1, but they are behind UNCW, who is in first place by 0.004 of a percentage point.
That's kind
By one strikeout. But now, with 2 strikeouts added to the resume, these two will flip-flop going back and forth if Duke can get going. Now, Hubley is in front with 1 strikeout at 114, and Duke has 113.
If we have a nice pitching tool, that would be a nice little stat for the poor guy with the stats.
Yeah, that'll be one thing to follow. We are seeing 2 of the best individual performance pitchers in the CAA today. We saw that.
I will say with the win, too, it's a great example of hustling everything out because, like I said, a pop-up that's normally just a simple out any other day, if you're not running up the line, making the other team think a little bit, that wind could blow the ball, and something as simple as an out could be a double possibly.
High in the air, hooking, dropped. And that's what you were just talking about, quite literally, that the wind, if you are not hustling down the line, could very well affect anything that you have going on.
Yeah, this, I would say, any other day, this is probably a fly out to left field because it had the ball, but, the wind just killed it. And good hustle by left field and shortstop trying to make an effort. But, yeah, Elon, if there was, instead of 1 out, 2 outs, that base runner is running.
Home, the throw, on time. Campbell stops the run.
Yeah, what a great throw here. A little blooper just getting over the first baseman's head. Elon showing that they're being aggressive after last night's game, trying to get anything on the board, and just a perfect to the catcher, out by a mile.
I don't know if I would attempt Sweeney with how shallow that ball was in, trying to send the runner home, and Elon pays for it.
Yeah, what could have been bases loaded with 1 out. Now you have 2 outs, second and third. Still have a scoring opportunity, but I will say again, after yesterday's performance, them not being able to hit that much, their coach is going to be much more aggressive today, taking any chances, not holding anything back at all.
The wheel of a brand new vehicle so I can focus on what matters the most: our program, our team, and our next event. Wilkinson Cadillac Chevrolet and GMC, pushing the Fighting Camels forward one season at a time.
I'm John Mark.
And I'm DJ.
We're part of your Fighting Camels football team. Just like a quarterback needs his offensive line to protect him in the pocket, you and your family need a trusted insurance provider to protect your home, auto, life, and business.
Magnum Insurance is an orange-owned agency with better prices and better service, and they can customize the policy that fits you.
So give Magnum Insurance a call today or stop by one of their convenient locations. Their coats are done.
Roll Hops.
We mentioned it to you in the beginning, the CAA standings. And it really matters for Elon. Madison Ford steps up right at right under 300 this season. 35 hits, 24 RBI. Takes a hack, strike one.
Base because they know she's going to be aggressive up the baseline. Any opportunity she has to, a simple mistake as that, just a little drop right in front of her, she's going to beat that out.
It's a looper that's going to stay in the park, and it's caught by Wirt.
Now batting, number 28, Hannah Cornetto.
Here comes Hannah Cornetto. Cornetto. Two one and 2 outs. Blooper dropping. Out 3. Campbell strands one on second. We got our first hits of the game in the second, but no runs. Still tied at nothing apiece. We mentioned it all broadcast long, but the weather today vastly different. You're talking about 2 games in the 90s on Friday and Saturday. No overcast sky, sun galore. And now today, the wind is the big factor here. Not only the temperature drop, which is part of it, but the wind is the star of the show.
Yeah, 2 great pitchers right here. I would not be surprised if this game comes down to something as simple as the wind, the weather.
One out. Kept in play. And that's what makes this Campbell defense so dangerous, the ability to get a great jump on the ball.
Yeah, up the middle. Just a great play right there. Simple as that.
Showing a bunt, gonna pull, drifts outside. Three one. One hop foul. Full count, 1 out. The payoff. High in the air, going left, out of play.
That foul ball presented by Farm Bureau Insurance of Lillington, voted #1 auto insurer in the nation.
Win here, 2-3. Got it. That's good, Tom.
Got her. Hubley. 3 strikeouts now.
Great battle, but this shows, can you win as a batter, can you win as a pitcher? And Hubley just shows right here that she's going to take her opportunity and throw it and have a good pitch on the outside corner. 3 Ks.
Fouled off. Bottom of the order here, Krebs, the 9-hole hitter. Slutza, then DeSena. A different change of pace today from yesterday's offensive flurry we saw from Campbell.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to get 3 across the board in the first 2 innings, have a 3-1 lead, and then, you know, if they can do a deja vu moment right here, you know, in the 3rd inning, they put up 11. See if they can do it to them.
Softly tapped. Dies hard in left foul territory. And that's the factor that the wind plays when it's blowing in. That 1-2.
Yeah, our camera ops are not shielded by any protection, so they got to keep on their toes 24/7.
They're doing everything possible.
Yeah, just as you heard from the crowd, let's win. Right here, a nice little slapper right over the third base's head. A nice little single. Good battle, though, with a 3-2 count. Good start for Campbell. Now you go to the top of your lineup and have an opportunity to take a chance to get a lead right here.
Give up 2 hits and a walk today. Ball's loose. One. Bunt. The productive out to move the runner to the hot corner.
It's easy to say. I didn't want to jinx it, but I was going to say it before that. After that pass ball, perfect opportunity for your leadoff hitter to lay down a bunt. So then you got 1 out, third base.
Campbell needs a base hit not to strand the runner. That's high, ball 2.
Great count right here for Sweeney. They're going to have to come here and attack, throw a strike.
Ball 3. They call time. Work needs a second to chat it over with Dew.
I gotta be surprised what her coach gives her for Sweeney right here. You have a 3-0 count, 2 outs, person on third base. Do you have him take it? Because you know it's gonna be a 99% chance it's gonna be a guaranteed strike.
Right.
They need to throw her a strike. So do you have it? Give her a take, or do you give her the all clear to swing?
She went.
Do you love cheering on your fighting camels? Imagine living just a few miles from Campbell University. I'm Maddie Dean with Mattamy Homes, proud sponsor of your fighting camels. Mattamy offers several communities in Harnett County that could be the ideal place for your dream home. Explore our single family and townhomes featuring 2 to 5 bedrooms, up to 3.5 bathrooms, plus 3-car garage options, all created with your comfort in mind. Visit us today and see why a Mattamy home is the perfect place to call home.
84 weeks ago, with precisely 2 likes at the Rio Sarah Pascal, posted at McDonald's. Stop pretending like you don't see our snack wrap comments. It hurts. You thought they didn't see your comments? Petitions and posts? The DMs for 9 straight years? Those comments are the reason this exists. Snack wrap is back.
Stuck at zeros here in Bowie's Creek. Sweeney thought she might have got away with one there, but they call a break through the plate and strike number 3. 2 hits apiece. High, deep, foul. Oh, 1 drifts away. Two, 1, and 1 out. Back to the screen, and it evens it up at 2. That one breaks through. That's a base hit for the Phoenix.
How about number 6, Mary Moss, work.
That one delivered outside. Count even 1 and 1. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Two count, 2 outs. Hit and run. Ford drops it. She'll send it, but she's already there. The count is full. Ball 4. Going to left. There is Slutza. There she is, Campbell head coach Emily Carasoni. Now the third base coach, and will take over the reins of this team, trying to guide it to a series win versus Elon. Missed the first 2 games in the midweek game, now making her return punt down. Montgomery down the line. In the words of Lightning McQueen, I am speed.
Yeah, what a way to start the inning off. Throw them off focus for a quick second. Next thing you know, we got runner on, no outs. Momentum shifting towards Campbell.
Bottom of the 4th here. No runs scored. That's the 3rd hit for Campbell in this game. Tied at 3 hits apiece. Gonna steal. Safe by a mile. A wild throw by Word.
Yeah, great delayed steal. Saw the catcher wasn't focusing. Took her opportunity. Stolen base.
2-0. Leading run is on second. Specht already has a base hit today. A single, and then she stole and went to second. Up in the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's ball number 4.
Number 4.
Bunt thought about. Campbell thinking about the coordinated steal and will stay at bay. Time called. And it seems like the momentum is the Camels' way.
Smart timeout by Elon to understand what they're going to do, because it seemed like they were a little uncoordinated on what was going on because no one was covering second base. Montgomery was all the way in the middle. Could have, picked her off, but situation like this, you got to understand where to go with when you have the ball, where to go with it.
The center fielder had to come all the way down to cover the bag. That's a long way to go.
Get in her steps today.
Yeah, with the way that the shift is going, the corner's pulled in. She's making that run every time. That one, strike number one.
And she's not just jogging in, she's doing a full-in sprint.
Have you seen anything like that? I don't know if I've seen that consistently like it is now.
No, I've only seen people do that if they're trying to joke around.
Yeah.
And, do a trick play or something, but.
That's ball 4. Bases loaded, no outs.
Number 28,
And now the Carasoni classic conversation with the meeting of the minds in this.
Why her home run did matter. It was actually all the people before her that did matter. Getting on base and everything. It shows how much selfless she is and how she's shown how, Campbell's going to do that too.
Bases loaded, Cornetto up. Sacrifice still an opportunity with no outs on the board here.
Yeah, that's you got a great chance right here. You can either hit or you can do a bunt. He's going to throw the defense off.
Force out at every base. It's a 1-1 count now with the bases loaded. Montgomery over on third, Specht on second, Ford on first. Oh, this high, hooking. Does it have enough? They're going to send her. Sliding, safe. Now this double steal. Campbell takes the lead.
That's the type of play that you only do with 1% of your players if they got the speed. Anyone else, you're probably going to get thrown out because center field has a great arm, but with the speed Montgomery has, that just shows the faith you have in her.
Send her right down the line with no problem. Campbell by 1 out on the board and 2 runners in scoring position. Davis, healthy hack through, strike 2. Trying to keep the at-bat alive. Fouls it off. They will appeal. That's strike 3. She went through the plate.
number 7, Haley Chris.
and caught in left field. Elon only escapes with one, but Campbell puts the first run of the board on this game. Fighting Campbell's in front by 1.
To be able to coach in college softball takes a lot of time. You know, you only might get a couple years to have 16 seasons compared to, also you see Elon's baseball coach at 30 seasons of, coaching baseball. Shows how much pride they have in their team and into their college as well.
Winners of her first postseason CAA tournament. Made it to the regional last year. Now clinging on to a hope to make the tournament on their home field. She'll give herself strike 2. High and outside, ball 3. In play to first. Missed.
Yeah, just a routine ground ball right here to the shortstop. And then just drop our Cornell at first base. Almost only went through the glove.
Runner on, bunt down, covered over. Krebs sneaks over to first for out 1.
You're just getting your job done here. You want to move the player on first base to second base, and that's what the bunt is for. That's your job done. Gets an out, but hey, going back with it head high.
An 0-1 count here. for Garner. Drifts outside, ball 1.
Here we go, Campbell! Good catch!
I mean, she's just working every part of the zone that you can imagine.
Yeah. Left, right, down, up. She's putting everywhere, making them guess.
And I mean, of course, it can only be understated how difficult that makes things for you in the box.
Oh, yeah. You don't know what's coming. It could be a curveball, could be a fastball, could be at your head, could be at your knees. To be able to pitch all around, you know, some people are only able to work the inside or the outside. To able to work everywhere around that box will help you in the long run.
Way ahead, Huff, be smart! Yeah! Oh, good hit!
Counts even at 2.
Finish here, Huff, finish here!
Got her.
Now batting, number 16.
Hey, you
Get
go!
up. Fly.
Hey, lock in, 2, 3! Here we go! Good pitch! Way to work ahead! Working hard, Kate! Working hard!
A 1.
Hey, way ahead, Kate! Be smart! Find the spot!
Softly lifted. Speck tried to make a play for it.
That's a Farm Bureau Insurance foul ball. Called John Wilborn at the Lillington.
Laid her body out on the line and couldn't collect. It's an 0-2 count here.
I would say she'd be leaving with some grass stains, but turf field.
Definitely a couple beads and pellets.
Way ahead, kid!
Try to get her to chase, and she wouldn't bite.
Like I said, that's the worst thing about playing on a turf field is after the game, you just have all those in your feet, and it gets really annoying. And then when you dump it out, it's like going to the beach and dumping out your shoes, and you have a whole bunch of sand. That's the same feeling right there.
1-2. Garner's getting a big lead off on third or on second, being the tying run. The offering now. Softly tapped, quickly gloved. Campbell leads 1-0.
It's all about the deal at Capital Ford of Lillington. That's why we're lowering all our prices. Don't miss these huge savings across our massive inventory of new and used vehicles. We make it easy to buy used with confidence. Always backed by our VIP protection plan, a 3-month, 3,000-mile no-cost premium warranty. Plus, we do extensive reconditioning for all our pre-owned vehicles. At Capital Ford of Wellington, we're all about the deal. The lowest price, the lowest payment, the lowest interest rate, and the most for your trade. Visit us today or shop online at capitalfordofwillington.com.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right? Who are you?
We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler. That was for us. There's no lifeguard. Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you. Pepsi. I'm not needed here.
It really is a perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
It is Stat Sheet brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it. 5 Ks on the resume for Kalen Hubley. And a do with 2. It's top of the order here for Campbell. You look at the stats, they're mostly the same. Campbell has just taken care of one opportunity that they were given by Elon. And they have scored the 1 run in this game. One hop play. Oh, she dropped it. What could have been executed as a double play. The first timing is off.
Yeah, we actually saw this happen with the baseball team yesterday, just trying to, focus on getting the 1 out at second base. Turning 2 is excellent, but just being able to get that 1 out is the most important thing. And it looked like she was just trying to rush it out too much to try to turn 2. And, instead of getting an out, you get none. Instead of getting 2 outs, you get none.
Aaliyah Sweeney will step up with 2 runners on now and no outs on the board. Binks bunt, pulls back. Ball 1. The pitch. Bunt. Sweeney doing what you expect her to do. Advance the runners. Selfless and sacrificial.
Yeah, perfect bunt. Great execution. Now you have one of the hottest players in the CAA coming up. And someone that has, yesterday 3 for 4. Today scored the only run on a sacrifice fly to center field. She has opportunity to score 2 right here.
Talk about move the line forward. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Montgomery! Just foul. Notice the 4-6 hole. Two. Put there, going to first. Run's going to come in.
Again, just getting the job done, putting it in place. Shortstop's playing back a little bit more, and with her speed, she makes the shortstop make a split decision. Is she going to go out with 1 or going to try to go home? And that decision, she just went to first, but got the job done. Scored another run.
Oh, this one heading for the gap. It hits back to the track. An RBI triple. Lost it, thought about it for a second to race down the line. Now here she comes. Manufacture runs, it goes. Campbell by 4.
Unbelievable. Solid base hit in between right and center field. Hustles around, comes around, goes, think double? No, I'm going triple. Slides in, then sees it gets past the third baseman. Heads up play right here. Notices the pitcher does not see that she's not going home. Flips it about 10 feet over the catcher's head and then runs in there easily for triple plus an error. But in my books, inside park home run.
There you go. We'll count it. 3 plus 1 is 4 equals inside the park home run in my book. Oh, this one knocked to the left, but it's foul. And you can feel the momentum changing now.
And I can understand why Dew would flip that to, rush to flip it. If she's right next to the dugout and she hears her teammates or she hears the crowd saying, she's going home, she's going home, you're not going to pay attention. You're going to just take the ball and you're going to flip it back to home place. And, she didn't realize that she was just standing a few feet off of third base and try to rush the throw and flipped it right over.
Scott Condrey, the one you see right there, getting the taps on the chest. Do you have a replay of that last pitch, though? Took a beating back there. A loose ball got to him in a place that no person ever wants to see. Kept high. The deuces remain wild here. Dew is struggling. We've seen a number of wild pitches at this point from her.
Which we really haven't seen the entire game until this inning.
They are asking her to do a lot right now with a full count, 2 outs. Kept in. Ford thought about taking a second base and will quickly trot back to first.
Looks like she got a little bit of a weird read at third base with that. Try to do it with her forearm, but would have been better off.
She backhanded it and was able to keep it this time, but Campbell scores 3. It's a 4-run game in the favor of the Fighting Camels. That was enough for Campbell to extend the lead to 4. The Phoenix now have not scored a run in the last 9 consecutive innings. Their last run was in the top of the first in yesterday's game. Sneaks it in on her. Strike 2.
And it's not like they haven't been able to get people on base. And for yesterday's game, they left 8 people on base. Today, they have left 6 on base. So it's not like they can't get anyone, in scoring position. They're just not able to execute.
Now, there's still a defensive inning for them, but they have at least cut down on the errors from yesterday's game. And they have almost the same amount of hits that they did in yesterday's game. They have just not been able to produce a run. They tried to get one across earlier on Sweeney, and this one to the shortstop to first, 6-3, out 1. They did their best with one as in shallow right field against Sweeney, and they sent the runner home, and they paid for their transgressions. Now they are sitting here scoreless in the 6th inning against one of the top, if not the top defense in the conference.
Yeah, I think if yesterday's game goes a little bit differently, I think they hold her. I just think.
Oh, this one is out of here. Right when they needed it the most. The Phoenix needed their offense. They got it.
Yeah, just stayed back on it. Drove it over the left fielder's head. Crushed that. Got one on the board. Can they get more? I was saying, I think if yesterday's game goes a little bit differently, then they play not as aggressive. But I think after how yesterday went for them, they want to strike first. They're going to be aggressive because if you're not showing aggressive, then it's one of those things. You want to come out of the gate and have an opportunity that later in the game you go, well, I wish I would have sent her. She would have been safe. Maybe she would have been out. So I think I don't blame them for doing that. But I think in any other situation they hold her.
2 balls, no strikes. Bottom corner for strike 1. Wirt 0 of 1, walked in the first, put out their last appearance. And then she'll give herself strike 2. The payoff. Back to her. Right to first.
I always laugh. I always say that sometimes a play like that is actually the hardest play to make. Because you have so much time to think about it. And, you know, the more time you think trying to make a defensive play, the more time you're like, oh, if I throw this, is it going to sail? Am I going to undercut? Perfectly executed.
8, 9, and 1 due up for Campbell. Okay. 1-0. That's strike one of this at bat. Ball 4. Base runner on here. Elon has a chance to cut this lead in half. To second. It's out. Elon finally gets on the board here, but Campbell leads by 3, trying to add some extra runs before the 7th.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger for you and add a McChicken for $1. Because being able to take your little brother out is a big deal. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
It's all about the deal at Capital Ford of Lillington. That's why we're lowering all our prices. Don't miss these huge savings across our massive inventory of new and used vehicles. We make it easy to buy used with confidence. Always backed by our VIP protection plan, a 3-month, 3,000-mile no-cost premium warranty. Plus, we do extensive reconditioning for all our pre-owned vehicles. At Capital Ford of Lillington, we're all about the deal. The lowest price, the lowest payment, the lowest interest rate, and the most for your trade. Visit us today or shop online at capitalfordoflillington.com.
It's bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate.
Hubley's been excellent. 5 strikeouts today. Campbell was able to get its first run in the bottom of the 4th. One. Day now bobbled, couldn't get to it, and she'll get aboard.
Yeah, again, solid base hit. Takes it the opposite way. Good diving stop. You know, just could not wrap it up. But, hey, at least you keep it in the infield instead of getting it past you and going into the outfield.
Krebs is up, 1 of 2. Shows bunt, it's down, it's fair. Racing down the line. Safe.
Perfectly executed. Dropped it right in the middle between pitcher and catcher. Catcher has to make a hard throw to first base, and with the speed.
They're going to ride with Dew. The 2 base runners on here for Campbell. Slutza at the plate. What defensive strategy, if any, would you be trying to implement if you're Elon?
You get the lead runner, third base. That's your first thing, and then get the person out for the batter out. But I would think I believe they're gonna try to lay down another bunt possibly. If not, base hit. But yeah, you gotta get that lead runner. You want to keep it a 4-1 game, because Campbell has shown that if you keep adding on, it's gonna get out of hand for them, for Elon. So yeah, go for the person at third base. Second option, get the batter. Yeah, Campbell, just put it in play. They've already shown today if they just put it in play, Elon will make mental mistakes. What? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I was like, why are they all standing around right now?
Yeah, I was like.
To be fair, he was the one that took the shot earlier. So.
What does it look like? You think?
This is the CAA on Flow College.
Hey, I'm Bennett Johnson for the Heister Automotive Group. We're proud to be here with Coach Braxton Harris. I'm a 2017 Campbell graduate, so I know what Campbell means to this community. He's here to tell us more.
Thanks, Bennett. At Campbell, we believe in coaching our student athletes to be successful on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And that takes commitment. And that's exactly what we've had from Heister Automotive Group for the past 10 years.
Was that number 1 or number 2?
Their belief and commitment to being able to help our student athletes be the best that they can. Get off your keister and get to Heister.
So the meeting's over. 2-0 is the count here with 2 runners on. Campbell leading by 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's ball number 3. The break didn't do any favors. A walk loads the bases with no outs, a scenario that we have seen in the last inning, where 3 runs were scored for Campbell. That one's a strike, and it's strike 1. That loads the count. The payoff coming. Ball 4. The bases are loaded. And this is not the part of the order that you want with no outs and the bases loaded. DeSena, Sweeney, Montgomery, Specht.
Yeah, definitely. And that's where you got to give credit to the back half of your lineup. You know, that's why you want to have a good back half, is because if they can get on base, then you go into your 2, your 3, and your 4 hitters, and then you have opportunities to score some runs.
Dew's day is done. A new arm will come in for Elon to try to get them out of this mess. Carol Leonard. She's going to step in. .1068 ERA, whip of .275. A 0-1 record, no saves on the year. 19 2/3 innings pitched so far. In the conference play, that ERA is 7, with batters averaging against her .346. That's only over 6 innings pitched. In those 6 innings, she gave up 5 walks, 6 earned runs, a strikeout, a double, and 26 at-bats.
Yeah, this is a tough situation to come in. Bases loaded, no outs. Gonna have to come in and start attacking the batters right away.
All of those situations in conference play was against Campbell. 1-2 the count with no outs here. DeSena at the plate.
For Elon, getting this 1 out is crucial. Getting the 1 out, gives the player for a double play and stuff, but, base loaded with no outs is not ideal.
The center reaches over. The first game she ever pitched in conference play was against Campbell. Came in 1 pitch, 1 out. The next game, 4 1/3 innings pitched. 5 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 2 runs, 3 walks. Here's the 2-2. DeSena fights it off. Then yesterday she appeared an inning and a third. In that inning and a third, she gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, no strikeouts, and a walk. 2-2. And that one's away for ball 3.
For yesterday's game, that was all in a total of 7 at-bats.
That walks in a run. Once again, bases loaded. No outs. Here comes Aaliyah Sweeney.
Heart of your lineup right here.
Things can get really messy really quickly if this trend continues. Sweeney does have home run ability. Ball 3. Three one. Twice.
Taking an absolute beating behind home plate.
A second one in the same spot. Scott Condry hanging tough.
You might think all the padding would help, but when you get a big green machine coming right at you.
High in the air, sent deep off the wall. One gonna come in, gonna send 2, sliding save. Aaliyah Sweeney 2 inches from ending the game. Now Campbell wants to bring Sweeney home.
Yeah,
this game could be over in the 6th.
Leonard was able to work the count back to a 3-2 count, but Sweeney, as you mentioned, inches from ending the game right there, just over the back. You saw it was just like ring around the rosy, just running around, all the players just advancing around, and we got a 7-1 game.
Campbell now looking for the run rule with no outs here. It's going to stay high in the infield. That's only out number 1. And for Elon, if the trend continues, a loss here is going to make it a real tough mountain to climb to make it into the CAA tournament.
Yeah, which would be devastating for them after, having a great season last year, winning it here, and then being able to host, not being able to play at your home field in the playoffs would be a huge loss for them.
1-0 the count. No, 1 out. Run rule run on second. Right back to her. We'll make the throw to first, but we'll slide in. It's DeSena, and Campbell adds another run to the board. Now Campbell looking from a hit from Madison Ford to score Sweeney here.
Are you going to pass ball might work too?
Something we've seen today. Got a block. Cool. 2-0. 2 out. Run, rule, run on third. Ford watches it high, ball 3.
I like to assume she has the AO go to, take a swing here.
Curved inside, strike 1. The 3-1. Ford. High. Foul. Strike 2. The count had reached its limit. With a full count and 2 outs. A chance to end the game, Madison Ford. Needs a base hit to bring in Sweeney. Leonard trying to get it to the 7th. The pitch. High, ball 4. Here comes Hannah Cornetto. A pickle. Run down. They want to go home. That's the game. Excellent play. Campbell catches the Elon defense napping.
Yeah, you want to talk about taking an opportunity. Sees that, the pitcher's not looking at them exactly. Get into a rundown. That's smart IQ baseball right there. Get into a rundown. If they're too distracting, you need to run down between first and second. That leaves the player on third base to score easily from home.
Campbell takes down the reigning champs and take the series. Is the Birdies postgame report. Birdies, the official convenience store, Campbell Athletics, with 2 locations right across Campbell's campus, including right across the street from Gore Arena. Caitlin Hubley, what a game from her today. She picks up her 15th win of her freshman career with 5 strikeouts and only giving up 1 earned run.
Yeah, great game today, and it shows to her ability to play against the same team, multiple times in a season and still be able to shut them down, which is very hard to see at this level.
Campbell gets a win. The Phoenix, things get tougher for them as they try to find a way to get into the tournament. For Kyle, I'm Linda. We're saying so long. Campbell takes the series over the Phoenix.
Yeah, thank you.